There we go. Okay. So it took me a little bit to get that going. Sorry about that. So I think this microphone is a bit clearer than the other one that I had, and I don't actually have to hold this one, so that's really useful. And it cuts out a bit of the background noise, I think. So there hasn't been, oh, the camera's way too far down. Excuse me for a second. No. There we go. Oh, maybe I'm just too close. I think I might be too close. Anyway, either way, there hasn't been a video since the last live stream because I haven't actually even been here. I've been in Charters Towers last weekend for the Great Northern Tour. That was awesome. I really, really enjoyed doing that. That was probably the toughest race that I've ever done. It was would have been 250 kilometers across 2 days, and there was a lot of climbing involved. Like, there's a few hills in Townsville, but nothing compared to just after the Mingala Range, which is about halfway through the race for the first day. So I'll get into the talking about the race in a minute, but I'd like to explain why there isn't any uploads yet. That's mostly just because I'm almost finished the first one, the Friday before the race. That'll probably be out tonight, and hopefully maybe have the first day up tonight as well. I'll just see how I go for that. Yeah, that's why there hasn't been any videos, because I haven't actually been here to do the videos. Just let me spin a bit. I haven't been back on the bike since Sunday, and I did 125 kilometers that day. So I'm just trying to spin my legs out a bit now because they're quite sore still. So basically on the first day, it was, I always knew it was going to be really tough because there was a lot of uphill. Just let the microphone was getting in the way there. There was a lot of uphill. It was flat for about 50 or 60 kilometers. And then we hit Calcium, which is about 50 kilometers into the race. And after that, it started climbing a little bit. And then you sort of think it finishes, then it plateaus, and then it goes back up again. And I was starting to hurt even before that. I was hurting I went riding the day before. I went riding on the Friday for the Saturday race, and I was hurting just on that Friday there. So I knew that Saturday wasn't going to be very good for me. So we hit Mingala and we went up the range, and I stayed with my group for most of the way. Oh, the first day was a handicap, so it was in a group, and you had to chase down the front of the race, basically. The fan isn't getting me at all. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you have to chase down the front group. Basically, that's how handicap works. And I was in the third to last group to go off, and I had 26 minutes to the lead pack. And then there was two more groups behind me, obviously. Yeah, we hit Mingala, and we're already starting to catch people, so we knew that the front groups are going pretty fast by that point. And we hit Mingala, and we got to the feed station at the top of Mingala, and I was still with my group. And then I took my feed and I shoved my stuff in my pockets, and I started going, and I got back onto the group, and then I drifted away, and I got back out again, and then I just drifted, and then I just fell away completely. And that was basically the end of my day after that. And because after that, it's just lots and lots and lots of hills. It's just up and down constantly into Charters Towers. It was almost want to say about 40 kilometers or so by myself. I did end up with another guy about the same age as me. I've known him for ages. Ended up with Cal, and we rode together for a little while there. But then he exploded, and then I exploded. I cramped up with about 10 kilometers to go into Charters Towers. I cramped up like really badly in my right leg right here, and I thought I pulled my hamstring, but it turns out it was just a really bad cramp because I stood up to go up one hill, and then everything just completely went, and I couldn't. I thought I was gonna fall off my bike completely and hit the road. That's what I was mainly concerned about, because I seriously thought I was just gonna fall straight off. Like my vision, like I had like complete tunnel vision as I hit that climb. Yeah, that was just awful. So I was on the side of the road for a little while there, and then I was in pain. There's lots of swear words said. There's lots of vows to never ever race to Charters Towers ever again, because I hated it so much. But obviously that was just in the heat of the moment. Obviously I'll probably do it again. And yeah, I was on the side of the road, and I had my phone in my pocket still, due to situations like this, because I've had like similar things happen before when I've been riding, like I've had an incident or something and there's been no one nearby, or like a puncher or something. So I didn't end up want to be completely stranded. And I was trying to call my mum, because she was the what's it called? She was the first aider at the feed station up at Mingala, just before I got dropped. Yeah, she was the first aider there, and I saw her go past before, so I knew that she was already in Charters Towers. So I was trying to call her, and she wasn't answering the phone. So I was sitting there in pain with no one around, and I'm like, holy crap, this is how it ends. But luckily I was being incredibly overdramatic. And the rear group, which actually included some people from my group, they all saw me then. Some of them like started to slow down. I'm like, nah, just keep going, get into Charters Towers, because there was actually a cutoff yet to get in before 12, and I really wanted those guys to finish, because obviously it's a big achievement to finish that race. And then I got picked up by the rear vehicle, and I jumped in, and I headed into Charters Towers just like that. But yeah, it was that first day was awful, and I was cramping up really bad afterwards. I got pretty badly sunburnt as well on that first day, even though I put on lots of sunscreen. So then on the second day, I wasn't expecting much. I mostly just expected to be dropped before we even got halfway or so, because that first bit of the second day was going to be really hilly, because we had to go back through all those rollers that were at the end of the first day. But then after that, I was basically in the clear. If I made it through that, I was in the clear mostly to home. So we hit all those rollers, and there was a lot of attacks. So I worked with my teammate, and we just tried to shut down all the attacks. So like we either sat on the front and closed them down just like that, or we actually attacked with them and then sat on until they broke up, and then obviously the breakaway would come back to the group. So we did that for a while there, and then we hit the Mingala descent, and that was awesome fun. Going down, we could have gone heaps faster, but everyone was being pretty conservative. I think we could have gone so much faster down there. So yeah, we went down Mingala, and I think at about 60 k's to go, we hit the feed station. It was a bit of a mess at the feed station. there was an issue with people attacking in the feed station. I actually have footage of that. Obviously, I can't show it now because I'm in the live stream, but that will be in vlog 13. Oh no, maybe it's 14. I can't remember. But yeah, it is in one of the videos. It will be day 2 of the race. So that will probably won't be up till tomorrow. But yeah, you can see in the footage that my little brother actually took, he's standing on the side of the road and the 2 riders don't take any food or anything, and then they go up the road. But that's all sorted. It's all sorted. It's all said and done. Everything's been sorted for that issue. But yeah, that ended up with me being dropped from the field. To be fair, I did take it quite slowly through that feed station just because I wanted my teammate to get his water bottle as well. And I didn't want to end up with him not having any water. So I took my feed bag, I took some food and then I just threw it. And then I tried to catch up back up to the group, and they're already 200 meters up the road. So I just had to absolutely gun it for about 5 kilometers or so. And I was just pushing so hard. I was like almost on the limit. I was almost like vomiting by that point. But I was just thinking the whole time, if you can get back to the group, you can have a rest. I didn't want to be dropped like on the Saturday. So I pushed myself so hard in that 5 kilometers there, and I managed to get on. Then after that, it was pretty tame. And then 2 riders, 2 teammates went up the road, and we just couldn't catch them because no one was working together at that point. Like I tried to help out Dirk, but I just had nothing by that point because I had used it all in those 5 kilometers previously. So, and no one was working with my teammate Dirk, and we just basically didn't shut them down in time. So at the end, there was a circuit, about a 4 kilometer circuit in the suburbia area. Well, not really suburbia. It's like kind of out of suburbs, but it goes up this really steep little pinch, and then it goes downhill, then it goes up another little hill, and then goes downhill into the finish. It kind of goes around like a bit of an oval. But yeah, we hit that, and the 2 guys up the road had basically already won it. There's no chance we'd be able to catch them. Wait up. So yeah, basically there was no chance that we'd be able to catch those guys. So we all kind of just like jockeyed for position to try and see if we could manage to actually do any kind of sprint. And it seemed like everyone was like, well, I was sitting like towards the back a bit. It seemed like everyone was like holding back from my perspective. But then Dirk started leading. He started going for it, and I'm like, holy crap, here we go. And then we hit the hill, and I was just in behind Dirk, and Dirk kind of exploded. And then a guy from Mackay went sprinting up the hill, and I tried to follow him, and then I just didn't have enough. I just went a bit too late. So I got over the first hill and went down, and then we went up the second hill, and I just didn't have the legs to catch him. So I ended up 4th. So I was pretty happy with that overall. I wasn't happy with the first day, obviously, because I did not very well. I did not finish, but I was pretty happy with the second day. But yeah. So that's my Great Northern Tour review. Obviously, the vlogs of that will be up very soon, as soon as I can get them up, because I'm currently working from 8 till 5:30 every day. So that's why there's no videos. I didn't even do a bunch ride this morning. So I'm just trying to sweat it out now, which is working because for some reason it's really hot in here at the moment. It usually isn't hot when I do these live streams, so it's really good, but I'm sweating so much. It's probably just because I'm not very fit at the moment. Oh, also, I've got this coming up. If you can read that, I think it's actually backwards. Yeah, it is. It says, Mackay City Centre Criterium Series, over $3,000 in prize money. It's fast-paced event, spectacular action. Experience the mix of speed, corners, and excitement of crit racing on Sunday, October 9th. So I'm going to go down to Mackay for that because that's a lot of prize money. Yeah, that's a lot. 3 grades in junior category. So that's a lot of prize money in the end. I'd go down for that. Yeah, so racing starts from 8 a.m. and if you're interested, you can register at Mackay Cycles. It's easier just to go through their Facebook page if you have Facebook, because their Facebook page is actually really good. Yeah, there's an email there and everything. If you just look up their Facebook page, they have this picture. I think they have it pinned to the top of their Facebook page at the moment. This isn't an ad or anything. I'm just going to this. Yeah, I'm going to go to this. And there should be some awesome footage from that because it's in the city centre. So it'll be nice and tight and there'll be some awesome footage there. So yeah, I'll be going down to that whenever that is. But I haven't been bunch riding yet because I was still really sore this morning when I woke up. So I thought, nope, not bunch riding this today. So I might go do something Thursday, but I'll definitely be back on it Saturday, just doing an easy roll because then I've got a criterium on Sunday. So it's pretty jam-packed at the moment. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this live stream if you have watched it, or if you're watching it after it's been recorded afterwards. Thank you very much for watching it. I'm about to absolutely go for it, go hell for leather, because I really need to sweat it out a bit because I'm a bit fat at the moment. But yeah, basically that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm the Cyclist Vlogger, and I'll see you later.